If you remember what Undertaker said at the end of that show on Monday, he said it would not be swift. He was talking about the match and the beating they were going to give DX. He said, it will not be swift. It will be slow and agonizing. And I thought, who knew that The Undertaker was doing a shoot promo at the time? He wasn't lying. Slow and agonizing also happens to be an accurate description from Monday Night Raw. And look, I don't like being negative. I really don't. I know that it entertains some of you, and I think that's great, and I'm happy to entertain you. But I hate that most weeks, when I talk about this show, it makes me angry. Or worse. I'm completely indifferent to the show. I just get to a point where I don't care. Which I think in a lot of ways is even worse. Because it doesn't have to be this way. I said this when I did my Crown Jewel review. I'll say it again. There has never been, in my opinion, for all the great talent that's out there in New Japan, and I look at a lot of the other promotions that are out there right now, and by the way, I say to people that if you are not enamored with what's going on in WWE, by all means, give some of these other promotions and shows a chance, whether it's Lucha Underground, MLW, has a hell of a little roster they put together for themselves there. And the MLW Fusion show, I don't get the chance to watch it every single week, but what I've seen is pretty good, and it's kind of cool to hear Tony Schiavone back on commentary. So I don't want to hear from people that there's no wrestling just sucks in general, there's no good wrestling. That's bullshit. There's a lot of great wrestling out there, and if you don't like what you see in WWE, by all means, give some of these other shows a chance. At least give them a chance, because there's a lot of great talent out there. But when I look at how much talent this company has under contract right now, the biggest talent roster in the history of this company that they have ever had, the biggest collection of talent right down to the NXT people and the people at the PC. To me, there has never been a greater collection of talent top to bottom anywhere in the world than what WWE has right now, right under their nose. There is no excuse for the product to feel as lackluster and as dull as it does on most weeks. And it makes me angry. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I'm not going to give them a pass. I love the people. I haven't heard this in a few weeks. But I always love it when you have people, when you rag on something, right? And look, I'm just going to speak for myself on this. There are people who probably just shit on things for the sake of shitting on it. I like to think that when I shit on something, I have a good reason to do so. But I always love, you'll have the 1 or 2 or 3 little trolls who come out. They crawl out from under their rock and they say, oh, you're just digging around for things to be negative about. Digging around? It's right in front of my fucking face. I don't have to dig around. What do you think I'm doing? I'm grabbing a shovel and going off into the wilderness and I'm digging holes? Oh, nothing negative here. Let's go down a little further. It's right in front of your face. I don't have to dig around. I don't have to look very far. And yeah, it makes me angry, and I'm not going to give them a pass on it. I'm not going to put my rose-colored glasses, oh, you know what, we'll just ignore all the negative stuff. We'll focus on all the positive stuff, even though there's less and less of that to go around. I always love when I hear stuff like that, because those people are part of the problem. Don't be part of the problem. I'm not saying, hey, that you shouldn't enjoy anything about the show. There's stuff to like on SmackDown on most weeks, and NXT I think has been fantastic, but when it comes to this show, and a lot of the things that they do, if there's something you don't like, you have a right to call them out on it, because if not, how the hell are they ever going to know that they're doing anything wrong? Doesn't mean they're going to change. They have no incentive to change. That's part of the problem. All that TV money and all the Saudi Arabian money, they're making money hand over fist. They have absolutely no incentive to do better. And I can't think of another Raw show all year that exemplified that better than this show. We could all do better in our lives, right? All of us. I'm sure there's something that we could all think of that, if we're being honest with ourselves, we could do better at. Maybe it's being a better husband, being a better wife, being a better parent, being a better cook, Better Call Saul, whatever the fuck it may be. My advice to WWE, and they didn't ask for it, but I'm going to give it to them anyway. My advice to them, do better. You're the biggest wrestling company in the world, even if you hate using that word. You've got all the resources in the world at your disposal. You've got a talent roster that would make any promoter jealous. Do better.